Hi, you guys. My thing is blurry. Is that better, you guys? I think that's better. Hi, you guys. Can y'all hear me? It's 8 o'clock. I was posting everywhere. Does it seem blurry? Or is it just my camera? Maybe it's just my eyesight. You know what I mean? Maybe it's just me. Hi, you guys. Can you hear me? Can you see me? You know, you gotta tell me before I start talking if you can hear me clearly, see me clearly, all the things clearly. I was gonna try to wipe it off a little bit more. Maybe it's me and my craziness. I think it's good, you guys. I think it's good. I think it's good. Hi, Joy. Hi, Joe. I didn't mean to say Joy. Joe, how are you? Can you hear me and see me clearly? Mr. Rogers, can you hear me? Can you see me clearly? Let me know. It's Sunday, the Sunday after Thanksgiving. I know nobody on here went and bought a flat screen. I know you did not. We had a pep talk about this before Thanksgiving. So I have faith that everybody kept their wallet closed to the flat screens, right? I see you and hear you clearly. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. Thank you. Joe, tell me where you're from. If you're coming on here, tell me where you're from. Real quick, let's get it out the way. Just get it out the way. Just tell me where you're from. East Coast, West Coast, Atlanta, California, Florida, Texas, South Carolina, Chicago. Did I say Atlanta? Tell me where you're from. I know we're always going to have some Cali people. We're always going to have some Florida people. New York. Tell me where you're from. Tell me where you're from. I like to know. Texas. Okay. Texas. Y'all's auctions are like Georgia's auctions. Like that one good, it's like a Tuesday or a Thursday of the month. I usually see Dallas, Fort Worth, South Carolina. Mac, great to have you. Miami. Every time I get on here, I'm like, I was literally looking at plane tickets to Miami. I was looking at Hamilton Broadway tickets to Miami. Hamilton will be in Miami March 13th. I was literally looking at that earlier. Miami, Dallas, Fort Worth, South Carolina. I love it. I love it. Everybody can hear me, see me clearly. Yes, Miami. Okay, I see everybody. Florida representative. I appreciate you being on here in Florida because I know it's a little later, right? It's 8 o'clock where I am, but I think it's 9 o'clock where y'all are. So I appreciate you. I won't hold you long because I think everybody got to go to work tomorrow. I got to drop off at school tomorrow, so I get it, right? I watched a new movie. Oh, let me introduce myself. I always forget that. Let me introduce myself. Put on the YouTube voice, right? Hey guys, I'm Ashley Pickens here in Memphis, Tennessee. Y'all should know all of this at this point. I've been in real estate since 2006 when I was 21 years old, 2006. As a real estate agent, then I became a real estate broker, and now I am an auctioneer. I auction off foreclosures for the banks, right? For the attorneys, basically. Here in Memphis, Shelby County, surrounding areas, Mississippi, Nashville, that's what I do. I am an auctioneer, and I think that's where most people found me. That's probably why most people are interested in me talking, to learn about auctions, because I know nobody is telling y'all about auctions, or at least giving you the details on auctions. Like I've seen on YouTube, people will like film at an auction, or sometimes they do give you some information on how to buy a property at an auction. But I don't really think it's any auctioneers coming on here telling y'all how to buy at the auction. So here I am. Thank you for joining. If you haven't told me where you're from, I love to know where you're from. If you're not shy, if you're shy, you can just listen. I don't mind. I don't mind. I watched a new movie today. So you know I already have my 3 recommendations on movies when it comes to the real estate market and foreclosures and housing market crashes. You know I'm like completely obsessed with all of that. All things real estate, all things distressed market. I'm like obsessed with it. It's kind of crazy actually. But anyway, so everybody already knows my 3 recommendations on movies to watch. That's The Big Short. I think everybody has seen that. 99 Homes and The Inside Job, right? The Big Short, 99 Homes movies. 99 Homes, they use profanity. Don't watch it with your kids. And The Inside Job is a documentary. All really good. Watch them. But anyway, I watched a new one today, you guys. It was pretty good. It was called The Men Who Stole the World, right? And got away with it. And it was basically about the crash and the men who basically crashed the market and got away with it, right? Nobody went to jail. Nobody, you know. So that's another one. It's number 4 on my list. It doesn't beat any of the other 3 that I recommend. But if you're interested in The Men Who Stole the World and Got Away with It, I watched it on Amazon Prime. Okay? So, you guys, let's jump in. Let's talk about, of course, you know, if you have any questions, always put them below. Foreclosures, auctions, REO properties. We've got quite a few auctions coming up this week. I posted some. I don't have a lot of opening bids yet. Usually opening bids come out 24, 48 hours before the auction. So I just posted the addresses and if they've been postponed or not. So check on my Instagram page, Your Agent Ashley, or I posted some on YouTube. So yes, keep in mind all the auctions, certified funds. I only take certified funds in the complete amount at the auction, okay? What do I always say? Make your checks payable to yourself, right? Make them payable to yourself. And this is my little example of certified funds. It's like a little 10-year-old did it. It's wrong either way. It's just wrong. No, it's still wrong. Anyway, in the court auction, the starting bid is exact. Usually it is. It is that loan amount. Whatever the payoff is of the loan, of their mortgage, is usually the starting bid, right? So, sometimes I can kind of calculate it. I'm off sometimes by a little bit. Or you guys, y'all can ask ChatGPT. Ask ChatGPT. Now, I was calculating before ChatGPT came out. But you can ask ChatGPT. Like, I would put in, okay, so what I would do, hey, Coach Jay, glad to have you, Memphis, Tennessee representing. What I would do, right, is I would put in, you can look on Zillow, you can look on the county records, see when they bought the house, right? So I would put in like ChatGPT, I've done this before. What would the loan balance be on a property that was bought, let's say, 1995, and the sales price was, boom, $199,000, right? Now, ChatGPT gonna come back and say, well, what's the interest rate? What's the blah, 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 blah? I usually just do a basic interest rate. You could even say like 5%, 30-year fixed loan. ChatGPT gonna spit it out. What that mortgage, what that payoff balance is going to be close to, which the opening bid might be. I do that. I've done this several times, you guys. And ChatGPT is usually off by about 10,000. No lie. I've done this with clients that were in foreclosure. You know, they call me and I go over and talk to them when I'm trying to figure out what their payoff might be before they tell me, right? So ChatGPT get close. I'm going to say it gets close. It was off by about $10,000, especially when people are behind on their mortgage. So it's calculating if they paid every payment on time. But we know a lot of these people have not paid. So that's one way. That's one way. That's a pretty good way, honestly. It's a pretty good way. Ask ChatGPT. And you know, you can find where they bought it, how long ago they bought it, what year they bought it for, and how much they bought it for. Boom. Y'all with me? Y'all understand what I'm saying? So that's usually the opening bid is the payoff amount. So at the courthouse, I don't take any other fees, right? At the courthouse, there's no buyer's premium. There's no registration fee. There's none of that. At the courthouse, whatever the winning bid is, that's the only money that I collect, okay? I know other places there's buyer's premium. That could be like 1% of the sales price. Like I think 10x.com does that. A couple of the other ones have a buyer's premium, right? And some of them do make you pay a registration fee. At the courthouse, trustee sales, nothing but the winning bid, okay? So if your winning bid is $50,000, I only want $50,000, okay? Nothing extra. Y'all got it? Y'all with me? What I was saying on this is, an opening bids usually come out like 24, 48 hours before the auction, okay? And you can usually see them on auction.com will post it. I think auction.com will post it. I don't know where y'all see opening bids. I think auction.com usually posts like whatever the opening bid is. Hubzu should post it. Xome, XOME.com, they'll post it a lot of times. But usually 24 to 48 hours before. Like I was saying though, when you get a cashier's check for the auction, people usually buy them in increments, okay? Instead of buying one big cashier's check, right? So if the opening bid, for example, I'm gonna give you an example. If the opening bid is $80,000, right? You got to set your max, what you're willing to pay for the property, and say you're willing to go up to $100,000, right? So instead of getting one cashier's check for $100,000, people will get maybe 4 cashier's checks for $25,000. Can you bid now? What do you mean? Like, bid on what right now? I'm following. Marvette, just clarify for me. So people will get 4 $25,000 cashier checks, right? So if the opening bid is $50,000, you end up winning it for $75,000. You only got to give them 3 cashier's checks, right? Because keep in mind, there's no refunds at the courthouse. Hey, Aiden from California. I don't give out refunds at the courthouse, right? I don't give out refunds. I don't give out keys, and I don't give out deeds, right? Refunds and deeds come in the mail. So if you win the house for $75,000 and all you have is $100,000, add another zero. Ooh, imagine a zero right there. And all you have is $100,000 cashier check. You've got to wait for $25,000 to come in the bank. Come in the mail. Everybody not trying to wait on $25,000. It's wrong either way I turn it. It's gonna be wrong any way I turn it. Clearly, like it's gonna be wrong. It's still wrong, right? Is it still wrong facing you? Imagine this is $10,000. Imagine, okay? I use this for another. I use it. Y'all probably recognize. You probably recognize my arts and crafts cashier's check from a previous video that I've done on how to pay at the auction. Okay, that looks right. Okay, maybe I did a little arts and craft. My 3 kindergarten, 1st grade skills are coming on out of here. Okay, cool. So we gonna leave it. Use your imagination. Back to what I was saying. Imagine another zero. $100,000. You would have to wait on $25,000 to come in the mail. Get you some increments, okay? And then make them payable to yourself, okay? So if you don't win it, you can deposit it back in the bank, in your bank account. If you do win the house, just flip it over, endorse it, give it to the auctioneer. Or the auctioneer might, like, some have a stamp. Y'all know what I'm saying. Raleigh, I see you, Eric. Raleigh, North Carolina in the house. You came in here kind of hype. Okay, Raleigh. Can you bid before the auction? Now, if it's like one of those auctions, like auction.com will have like a bidding period, right? Where you can like bid like a couple of days before, like they open the bidding and they close it like on Friday, open it Monday, close it Friday, you can bid like that. But like me at the courthouse, it's, you know, you have to wait until the actual auction, right? It'll be like 10 o'clock at the courthouse, you come at 10 o'clock, right? So you can't really bid before the auction. Now, the only way you can get to them before the auction is, right, if you talk to the sellers. If you talk to the homeowners before the auction, right? And somebody asked last time, like, can an auction be stopped? And absolutely, absolutely. An auction can be stopped all the way up until the morning of the auction. I have had plenty of auctions get canceled, postponed, because you can stop an auction, right? If they file bankruptcy that morning, boop, that's the end of that auction. If they sell before the auction, that stops the auction. If they come up with the money miraculously, right? If they get their coins together, that can stop an auction, right? Or forbearance, modification, all those kind of things can stop an auction. So that's basically the way that you could before the auction. I hope that answers your question. And that's what I do, right? So today, look, y'all caught me on a good day. Hello? I'm so crazy. I cracked myself up. So y'all know I mail faithfully for the last 3 years. I mail faithfully. This is literally, can y'all see this? Look at this. Look. Y'all see all this? So y'all know I hand address every single one. This is the last, today, what is today? Today is Sunday. Like, I'm still thrown off since school is out, right? So today is Sunday. So this was this past week's, which was only Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Wednesday and Friday of last week. So this is basically the last week and a half of foreclosure notices for Shelby County. That's what this is. So this is at least, I have no idea, but they go in the mail tomorrow. This is only about 6 days worth of notices. So it's quite a few, I would say. Can y'all see that? I know you can. So these go in the mail tomorrow. I also mail airship properties where people have passed away and leave their property. I would say, you guys, airship properties, most people right now who inherit a property do not want to keep it, right? They just can't afford to keep it right now. Taxes, even if you get a property free and clear, you still have to pay the taxes. A lot of y'all forget that, right? You still got to pay the taxes on Big Mama house if she leave it to you, right? So 9 times out of 10, when people inherit properties, they sell them. It's just, I see it all the time. I look back, they sell them. They do not keep them. And everybody's like, keep it in the family, keep it, baby, they sell them, okay? And I guess like right now, it's just hard to keep up with another property, especially if it's a property that's out of town, right? You talking about upkeep, taxes, landscaping, they're gonna sell it. 9 times out of 10, they're gonna sell it. So, for everybody's information who was wondering, I do mail pre-foreclosures and airship properties. I do. Every single week for the last 3 years. That is just one of my methods to talk to homeowners, right? So, for the record, boop, that's what I've been doing on Sunday. While y'all are probably out shopping, I've been here hand addressing all of these letters. So, yep, and they don't want to be, they don't. People do, I'm telling, and now that it's getting tough, you guys, listen to me. Y'all better listen to me. Look, y'all better listen to me. As tough as things are, hear me. It's tough. Credit cards, people's bills, 9 times out of 10, if somebody inherits a property, they're going to sell it. Because they need the cash, right? They need the cash. So, if you don't And I know I have a lot of real estate people on here, or real estate investors, or real estate agents, or people that just want to be wealthy in this lifetime. Airship properties are really good people to go after. That's all I'm saying. How are you finding information for airship properties? So, here in Shelby County, they don't care about us, right? So they have all of our private information out there. Everything you need to know about everybody who lives here in Memphis and Shelby County is free to the public. Ain't no gatekeeping, ain't no nothing. So all I have to do is filter on like the Shelby County records, airship, boom. And I get all the information, right? They tell all your business. If you're in foreclosure, it's public notice, right? Airship properties, all of it. If you got child support, if you're going through a divorce, you got to pay alimony. If your kid's getting taken from you, they put all your business out. I'm just telling you. So, but I know like Nashville and places like that, they make you pay. They safeguard people's information. Clearly, my information doesn't need to be safeguarded here in Shelby County. But most places, county records and deeds, affidavit of airship, you should be able to find it. Is all I'm saying. Mississippi, they do it there too. It's affidavit of airship. A lot of times you can filter, you know what I mean? And you can do that. Okay, let me catch up. How are you finding for airship? Got you. Is there a court judgment that secures foreclosure before notice is mailed? And where the notice of foreclosure filed? My dog Rex, I feel like you have been on all my lives. You should be able to, I should be able to tag you in this live, and you should be able to say that everything that I'm going to say. My dog Rex. Honestly. So, public notices, I swear you know the answer to this, are filed, and where are the notice of foreclosure filed? Maybe you're just asking this to help other people who really want to ask, because I know you know the answer to this. So, public notices, me and my trusty old newspaper, y'all, this newspaper, Friday, September 4th, 2020. That's how old this paper is. I used to do the subscription where the papers come in the mail, but maybe I'm trying to be like climate friendly and hug the trees and save the trees. So now I just get it in my email box, right? Or maybe I just didn't want to pay for it. So they're usually in the smaller paper. You're looking for public notices. If you're looking online, you can Google like your county public notices. I live in Shelby County public notices, right? But a lot of times they put them in the paper. That's when people are like, where do you find auctions? Look in the paper. Y'all don't know what paper to look in. So it's usually a smaller publication, right? Here in Memphis, it's the Memphis Daily News. It's not like the big LA Times, New York Times. It's not usually that. It's usually the smaller ones, okay? And inside of it, it will say, sometimes it says foreclosure notices. Most of the time it says, see, this is why y'all come on my lives, because I give y'all good information, right? Okay, so here's some foreclosure notices, but they're public notices. Like I said, they put all our information out. I thought that said a restraining order. No, okay, it probably does. Okay, so it says foreclosure notices. Can y'all see where it says foreclosure notices? Yeah. Or it'll say public notices. Sometimes, yeah, of course it's in the, if you get my course, I'm going to walk you through. I give y'all some information on these lives, but in the course, I give you all the secret tips. I give you all the secrets in the course. But look for the smaller papers. It'll say public notices. Google your county public notice, wherever you live. Maricopa County. You know what I'm saying. Harris County, Fulton, Cobb, Gwinnett, public notices. And then it'll usually pop up there. You got to dig a little deeper sometimes. Or check your papers, check your smaller publications, and it'll usually be there. Y'all got it? That's usually where you find foreclosure, or go to auction.com. Now auction.com has a tab that says, I think it's like FCL foreclosure. It's something like, I can't think of the exact acronym, but it's like first look, like these foreclosure likely. It's FCL on auction.com. You can filter it and it'll bring up properties. And I'm assuming if it's foreclosure likely, these people are like behind on their mortgage, or maybe that first notice has gone out. So you can look on auction.com. If you have PropWire, you know, PropWire, you can filter. There's PropWire, PropStream. PropWire is free. You can filter. Yeah, I hope. Your Agent Ashley at gmail.com. I'm Your Agent Ashley everywhere. On Instagram, I'm on Instagram, Your Agent Ashley. I'm on Gmail, Your Agent Ashley. I'm on YouTube, Your Agent Ashley. That's where I'm pretty consistent everywhere across. That is where you can find me for sure. And of course, the course and all the links are down below. We'll talk about it. The course, the mentorship, all of them down below. What else, you guys? What was I talking about? Bam. Is it upside down again? It doesn't matter. This is the right way. Increments. Keys. You don't get keys. I was about to say keys. Deeds and refunds come in the mail. Okay, you guys? So if you're expecting a refund, come in the mail. Deeds come in the mail. Don't forget that your taxes are not included in the winning bid, okay? So whatever the winning bid is, that does not include your taxes, okay? But I do not recommend that you pay your taxes until you get your deed. Your deed. Look at me. This is about to be a deed. One side is the one side is the money. The other side is, I can't see, the deed. So do not pay the taxes. Do not do the repairs. Do not do anything but drive by that house until you get the deed until you get this deed in your hand. Because don't forget, there's right of redemption in some states. Okay, so people ask taxes, repairs. Until you get the deed in your hand, I wouldn't pay any taxes, right? So if they do come back and redeem it, you do get reimbursed for the amount that you paid at the auction, right? And that kind of stuff. But I don't know if you get reimbursed for your taxes if you pay the taxes. I know you don't get reimbursed if you do repairs. I know you don't get reimbursed for that. So just hold tight, drive by your house, peep and see if there's anybody living in it, gauge how much furniture they might have, and wait till you get your deed, okay? Do that. But you should have already driven by your house before you bid, because that's part of your due diligence, correct? In your course, do we get to talk to you, or are you just selling information? My email, I'm very accessible. I think everybody, if you're on here and you've taken my course, you can attest that y'all just, D Young, she's on here. Do I respond back if you have a question in the course? She will tell you that I am very responsive. I would definitely say that. Yeah, I'm very, very responsive. And then it's me teaching, right? It's not me like, you know how you take some courses and it's just, I don't know. Like, y'all see how I am on here. Like, I talk to you like that. When I teach you how to do a title search, I walk you through a title search. I'm a very visual person, right? Very visual. So it's like, I need you to show me how to do a title search, right? So I'm walking you through the steps of an actual, I'm in the county records and deeds, picking a house that's up for auction, showing you, here's the first lien, here's the second lien, this is what you need to look for. You got like a, yes, you still need to go through it, but thank you for getting the course. You got to go through it before 2024, right? Before the bottom falls out. So, but no, I walk you through it. I give you a title search checklist. Like, I made it like what I would need to learn, basically. Yes, I do. Y'all, we supposed to be talking about auction, but if we're going to talk, let's just get it all out the way and then we can go back. Auction Accelerator, use code thank you. Use code thank you. And the mentorship, yes, I teach you. Hello. I'm so goofy. I teach you how to talk to people in foreclosure before their house goes up for auction, how to get in touch with them, how to market to them. It is a great way to pick up properties for yourself. It is a great way to help people that are in foreclosure, for sure. Yeah, and it's a great way just to expand your personal portfolio. Might be a great way to add some money to your bank account, right? That's all I'm saying. So that is what I do. Then I teach you all the methods that I use wherever you live. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. I do. Like, I try to teach you, not that I try to teach you like you're my 11-year-old, but I get that I've been in real estate since 2006 and I can talk real estate. Like, I can speak real estate and most people don't understand that, right? So if I'm trying to teach you, if you watch my videos, you know, like, I really try to break it down for you, especially like in the title search. That is the hardest part. That's the part that I had to work on the most for that course. Because most people, most investors can get past buying a house and you can't see the inside of it, right? If the numbers work, boom, I don't care what the inside looks like, I'm going to buy it. But the title search piece, that is what stops a ton of people from buying properties at the auction, buying the wrong lien. So I knew that chapter had to be very detailed. And then I had to make it for people who didn't live in Shelby County, right? I had to make it for people who live in Atlanta and California and Florida and Texas, so they would be able to understand it. So I literally, like, I made you a cheat sheet. I'm like, I say this in the course too. I'm like, if you give me directions, right? You don't tell me, Ashley, go due east, go west, north. You need to be like, Ashley, it's going to be a Chick-fil-A on the right. You're going to turn right there. You're going to see a picket fence. It's going to be a liquor store on the left. And then, you know, I need directions like that. And that's kind of how I give you directions. I'm like, if you're looking at your county records and deeds, look for words like, you're going to see words that say MTG or WD, warranty deed, or TD, trustee deed. Like, look for these. And then I literally walk you through like 6 examples of properties and going through the title. This is what a first lien looks like. Look for the release. Like, y'all, that was the chapter that I was like, I gotta make it good so y'all understand, right? Because you could lose your coins. Buy the wrong lien. Buy the wrong lien at the auction. Your whole feelings, your whole year, you're gonna be sad. You're gonna ruin your whole, buy the wrong lien. That's all I'm saying. So, yes, use code thank you. All the links are down below. So, I think I cleared up everything. I think that's everything. Mentorship, course, and then we'll jump back into auctions, foreclosures, course, mentorship. If you don't want the mentorship and you just want to know the letter that I send, what I put in here, for the record, I do not handwrite each letter, right? I handwrite each envelope because people are more likely to open them if you handwrite them. But the letter is the same for everybody, okay? I hope that makes sense. Handwrite the outside. Letter is the same on the inside. I use colorful envelopes because white envelopes look like bills. And ain't nobody opening bills, right? So this is just one of the methods that I use. Of course, my foreclosure letter is different than my airship letter, right? Totally different. Says totally different things. But, so if you just want examples of letters that you can use, There's a bundle down below too for that. If you don't want me in the mentorship. But I highly recommend me. What do you mean? Is the internet acting crazy? Don't start with the internet. Hold on. Am I glitching? Am I glitching? I'm not going to keep talking until y'all tell me y'all can hear me. Thumbs up. Because just typing the word internet gonna make my blood pressure go high. I'm not saying anything else until y'all say everything is fine. No, everything is okay. Thumbs up. All is well. I'm like, you're good. Okay, thanks everybody. Because y'all know. Thank you. We're good. Okay, I'll keep talking. Even though I kept talking, I was like, I'm not gonna say anything else until y'all tell me, and I literally talked the whole time. I tell you. Anyway, okay. I think we're good on auctions, right? A little bit. Don't do anything till you get the deed and get increments from the bank, okay? You do not get keys. Nobody has keys, okay? Because it could still be people living in the house. I don't have keys. And I remember a lady asked me one time, she was like, when do I get keys? It was her first time at the auction. And she was like, she said, no. So the lady, okay, real quick. Sweet lady, teacher, first time at the auction. That's why I tell y'all, anybody can do it. I think it was I was out in one of the rural counties too. Teacher, been teaching 25 years. And she was like, I just need my retirement. She's like, I've got to start working on my retirement. Boom. So she's at the auction. Never been there before. Again, most people do not expect to see your girl as the auctioneer, right? So that already threw her off, right? That I'm the auctioneer. So did the auction. She was literally like, it was one other guy there, and y'all, he forgot his money. He forgot his checks, right? And he was a big time investor. So it was her and him. He won the auction. Then when he went to go get his money, right, he didn't have it. So she ended up getting it. So she was like, thank you, God. Oh my gosh, blah, 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 blah. So she's like, okay, so now where do we go to close? And I'm like, right here, right? You just give me your money. And she's like, I give you all the money? I'm like, yes. Hey, sassy girl in Atlanta who nobody was shopping. That's right, because nobody's buying flat screen TVs. But anyway, she was like, I give you my money. And I'm like, yep, you give me your money. And she was like, you can tell she was like, okay. So she calls her husband, right? And she's like, I'm at the auction and I'm supposed to give all, because I mean, it's like, it was probably like $80,000, right? She's like, and she said, I'm supposed to give her the money. And I'm like, supposed to give me the money. And so she's like, so this is closing? I'm like, this is closing. It's not your typical, you give me the money, closing, we're opening and closing right here. So I said, I'm going to give you a receipt. And I gave her my business card, right? So she felt comfortable. And she's like, okay, so when do I get the keys? And I'm like, when's the last time you crawled through a window? And she's like, y'all, I could totally tell. She was like, I'm giving this lady $80,000. She's giving me a receipt. She's not giving me any keys. She's not giving me nothing. I was like, I swear I'm legit. And of course, I'm legit, right? So she gave me her number, got her number. And the deed came, because the deed comes in the mail. And she texted me, she's like, I got the deed. I'm like, I told you I was legit. I'm not just at the courthouse. That's not my first time auctioning. So she was like, thank you so much, blah, 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 blah. But my whole point of that whole story is, you don't get any keys. You got to get it rekeyed, right? You don't get keys because people can still live in the house. But deeds, bam, and refunds come in the mail. So that's why you should buy increments if you don't want to wait on a big refund to come in the mail. And if you're bidding on multiple properties, it's best to have increments, right? So you can bid on multiple properties. Right. All I'm saying is she wasn't expecting to see me at the auction. Like most people are not expecting to see me at the auction. That's why I tell people, go see who the auctioneer is. Don't assume anything, right? And, you know, figure out parking, figure out where the auction is, see who the auctioneer is, and whoop, there it is, right? So you're not confused. I have had many, no, I'm not going to say many, right? Because I've been down there for a while. I have had a guy get mad at me because he didn't recognize that I was auctioning, and he was standing over to the side, and I guess he was waiting on a particular person to come and auction, and I was auctioning, right? People are around me. That's how it usually is at the courthouse. I'm standing on the steps. It's people around me, right? While I'm auctioning, and he was standing like off to the side, right? And I guess he didn't recognize what I was doing, right? So after it was over, everybody's gone. Then he comes up to me and he's like, was this just the auction? And I'm like, yeah. And he was like, well, I didn't know I was here for the auction. I auctioned. I said it, I was like 7 people around me. You know, I think he was upset about it too, but y'all don't assume, right? When you get there, look around, ask, see, you know. But anyway. And all coins in full amount at the auction. At the courthouse, I don't take deposits. I don't take earnest money. I don't take pre-approvals. I don't take 401ks. I don't take any of that. I don't take Ashley, I'm going to go to the bank and come back. I don't take any of that. Okay? Complete amount, certified funds, that's either a cashier's check or cash, in the full amount as soon as the auction is over. Other platforms might work differently. I know tax sales, they let you wire the money, right? Auction.com might give you a little bit more time to send the money in. When you come see me at the courthouse, I need all the money in full, cashier's checks. I always say this, it could be $5,000, it could be $500,000. It doesn't matter. I need the whole amount in full as soon as the auction is over. Everybody clear on that? Yep. Let's see. I think 2 things that I strongly suggest anybody who wants to come bid at the auction, you need to drive by that property and you need to do a title search. If you don't do anything else, drive by that property and do a title search. Shit, right. Thank you, my dog Rex. Thank you. So, but that's why you need to do a title search, right? Second chance. That's like on auction.com. Like I've seen second chance foreclosures. The only thing that I've gotten close to that is if I've had a house go up for auction, it doesn't sell. Sometimes it'll go back to the attorney. They'll work the numbers and send it back to me again to try to sell it again, right? That's happened to me before. On auction.com, I noticed they do have like second chance foreclosures, and I don't know if maybe that's what that is too. They like lowering the price to, you know, give you another opportunity to bid on it, which furthermore, you understand that when REOs come, negotiate with the bank, right? Because they can lower the price, okay? So when REOs flood the market, negotiate. Is there any roadblocks when the investor gives you the cashier's checks that are initially made out to themselves? I haven't had any, right? Now I know like maybe in some counties, sometimes they'll make it out to the trustee, right? But it's just so many trustees, right? Like I said, y'all know here in Shelby County, it's about 5 foreclosure attorneys. I work for 4 of the 5, right? So you would have to know who the trustee is, right? Which you can, right? It's on that public notice. You can absolutely make it out to the trustee, but you better be sure that you get the property, right? Because, I mean, if you make a check, a cashier's check payable to the trustee, I mean, I guess you can deposit that back in your bank account, right? I mean, because it came out of your bank account, right? I don't know. That's why I just tell people to make it out to themselves and then just turn it over and endorse the back. And you write on the back, make payable to, y'all know, like on a check, make payable to whoever the trustee is, right? Like some of them, I have a stamp. Some of the attorneys have a stamp where they'll just stamp the back of it. Even on auction.com's website, they say make your cashier's checks payable to yourself, and then you can just endorse the back, right? Aiden, I hope I answered that. Is there any rollout when the investor gives you? No, that's how all of them are. They are all made out to, there's individuals you can do, like it's a lot of LLCs, like Charles Investments LLC, Home Buyers LLC, whatever your LLC, whatever the account name is, that's who's make payable. You know what I mean? So it's just easier to deposit back on your account. That makes sense. And then if you don't get it, right? And then if you get it, flip it over. Whoop, whoop. She did not literally hold your hand, but very thorough in her teaching, just to be clear. Yes. Very, very thorough. Marvette, you think I'm like... Y'all always do this to me. Like, y'all, it's so funny. And y'all, hold on, Marvette, I'm coming back to you. Hi, Ashley. If the winner of the bid does not have the funds, does it defer to the next highest bidder? So first of all, I'm going to be upset if you out there bidding and you don't have the funds. But yeah, it would go back to Kevin in Detroit, Motor City. What am I saying? Kevin, you threw me off. If you don't have the funds, right? Like, you know you ain't had the funds, right? You stop bidding. That is on the very first. If y'all have watched my very first auction video, you only bid about as much money as you have. Now, here in Shelby County, it's like the same 4 or 5 people, right? So there has been incident. They all know each other, right? We all know each other here in Shelby County. Same guys. All know each other. So there has been a time when one of the guys won a property, right? And I think he was short some money. And he literally just asked one of the other guys, he was like, I need some money. I mean, they know each other. You know what I mean? They've been out there for years. And he was like, how much you need, basically, and gave him his cashier's check. And you know what I'm saying? And I'm sure they went to the bank. He sent it straight back to him, right? They just know. Right? But there's never been an incident where somebody has bid and they didn't have the money, right? But I guess if they didn't, I would just, but see, you'd be pissed off. Like, if I was a bidder, I'd be mad because you done bid me up and didn't have the money. So I could have got it for a lower price, honestly, right? So a lot of people, which I tell people, do not be offended if you go to an auction and they ask to verify your money, right? It depends on the attorney for me. Like, if I'm auctioning off a big property, like an apartment building or an office building, and those opening bids are like $3, $4, $5 million, they're like, verify their money, right? And so don't be offended if the auctioneer or somebody from the auction is like, let me like verify the money. But that's only if you register to bid, right? If you are just there to watch, which I tell y'all to do, go practice, go to the auction. I don't care if you only got $2. Nobody has to know but you and your $2. Just don't sign up to bid. Just go in and say, I'm here to watch. We'll see. I don't know if the property I want is going. You don't have to open your mouth, right? But once you register and say that you're going to bid, they might ask to verify your funds, right? Which means show them the money, right? But usually I know all the guys down there, right? Now, if I'm in a rural county and I don't know the people, I might be like, okay, let me see your money. Show me what you got, right? I might do that. But other than that, or like I said, if it's a huge apartment complex or if it's an office building, then the attorney might be like, verify that money. So you got to show me you got $5 million on you right here at the courthouse. Everybody ain't able. Let me catch up. Blah, 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 blah. But I'm saying I would be upset if I was the other bidder, right? And somebody bid me up and they didn't even have the money. Right? So I kind of feel like I'd be like, let's start over. Because that's not really fair. You know what I mean? And some people would just do that, right? Some people will just bid you up knowing they don't have the money. I'm in Florida. When is the auction? Marvette, okay, so I see some of Florida's auctions. I was trying to think back to, hold on, look at me. Hold on. See, this is what I do. I'm like, I don't know when y'all's auctions are. And then I get on here and really try to be Inspector Gadget and try to figure out when your auctions are. I'm just too nice. I'm too nice. But anyway, if you don't know, try auction.com. Even though I know people are like, Ashley, why you keep saying auction.com? They do have legit information on auction.com. They post my sales, and I'm at the courthouse, right? Auction.com posts a lot of auctions, and not just their own. So if you look, if you're on auction.com, filter it for your county, your city. Auction.com will have where they are. A lot of times they're in a hotel room, they're in a conference room, or it'll also say, if you look, it'll say the courthouse. And that's how you know it's like a trustee sale. They do post a lot of auctions. They are a legit site to find auctions. Also, hubzoo.com, zone, XOME.com. If you find the public notices, it'll tell you where the auction's going to be. On those notices, it literally says, like, on December 15th at or around 10 a.m. Here it says like 140 Adams at the courthouse, right? It'll tell you on those notices where the auction's going to be. Do I just go to Google, type it in, what county? Not for Florida. I can come there. Do you keep up with Texas foreclosure properties? I don't. I can see some of them. Like, there's a company that I'm contracted through, and they do auctions. If you follow me on Instagram or YouTube, and I post the schedule, I posted it this morning on the shorts on my reels, and sometimes they do Texas, but Texas's auctions are like, y'all have y'all's big one once a month, right? Like it's a Tuesday or Thursday. Georgia's is that first Tuesday of the month. Georgia's the first Tuesday, and I think Texas is too, and it's a lot. I always get Georgia and Texas. That list is next week. Boom. Next week. Georgia and Texas will be off the chain with auctions. Next week. I'll post it as soon as that schedule comes out. But check auction.com. I would say check them. Hubzoo. Find the public notices in your county. Whatever your county is, public notices. Boom. Public. Like I'm Shelby County, public notices. Look in the smaller papers, like I was just saying. There we go. Sassy girl, help her out. Know your auction, the one that you're speaking, not for Florida. Do you keep up with Texas? Okay. Have I caught up? Marvette, did I answer your question? I'm trying to make sure. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm looking at, if y'all didn't know, my kid, Gabby, has an Etsy store, right? And I can see when the sales come in. People are shopping. So, click on the counter and it will show you all the properties for sale. Okay, so, but if you're looking for, thank you, Sassy Girl. Thank you for everybody who jumps in and tries to answer the questions. Thank you. Try public notices. Put in your county, public notices. Try your smaller paper in your county. A lot of times your county records and deeds will have like a trustee site and you can see their auctions, basically. I hope that helps a little bit. Did I answer all the questions? I'm trying to, I'll get the question, I'll try to answer, and then I talk so much that I'll miss a question. Kevin, how are you in Detroit? Kevin, Motor City. Kevin went to an auction in Detroit. I tell y'all to go. Y'all should go. Kevin was in the mentorship too. I sent y'all an email, Kevin. What was I going to say? I was going to look real quick and see what parts of Florida that I can see real quick. But you got to find, even if I tell you like 1 or 2 auctions, you got to find where they are so you can keep up with where they are. You know what I mean? Go good. Good. I always talk about in Detroit, that big investor who came down there. Kevin, don't play with me. Hello? I've been working all day, Kevin. All day. Getting ready for the flood, right? That's what I'm getting ready for, because we don't know what's coming. I mean, they extended the veterans foreclosures until June 2024, and they might. So, you know, the COVID forbearance lifts the 30th, which is Thursday. COVID forbearance. So we'll see if something comes out this week, if they're planning on extending these foreclosures. We'll see, but they can't extend them forever. That's all I can say. They can't extend them forever. And these banks are getting a little shaky. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. They can't extend forever. I was trying to see if I can see anything in Florida. I don't see anything in Florida for this upcoming week. It's a lot of postponements. Y'all know postponement does not mean canceled, right? Postponement just means they're rescheduling it. That means the homeowner might be trying to sell. Oh, okay, Marvette, I'm sorry. It means the homeowner might be trying to sell. They might be trying to, hopefully they're trying to sell, honestly. Or maybe they've caught up, they've got a way to pay it. And yeah, that's usually postponement. They're probably trying to sell, they're trying to buy some time. People aren't really doing modifications anymore at this point. Forbearance, maybe. I was speaking of one you're speaking of. One of my auctions that I have. Do I have any this week? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in Shelby County going this week. 7 in Shelby. A couple of them already canceled. A lot of them in California though. LA, Riverside. Y'all know Riverside stay at the top of the list. Sacramento, San Francisco, California stay on the list. Florida stay. You need to be in Florida, Marvette. I'm telling you, Florida, they keep saying Florida is going to be the epicenter of when the market crashed. Like Florida is always the pinpoint of foreclosure. Like last time when the market crashed, Florida, they said Texas is going to get hit real hard again. California always get hit hard. They get hit hard regardless. Sorry, Aiden. Y'all get hit hard regardless. You watched The Big Short. Look at me. Yay. Yes. Big Short, 99 Homes, The Inside Job. 3 movies that I recommend. Big Short, great movie. Great movie. The Big Short is like the movie of The Inside Job. The Inside Job is the documentary where they interview the actual people who were involved in the crash, right? Interview them. It actually makes me so mad every time I watch it, and I watch it over and over again, and I just be mad every time. So it's, The Big Short is basically kind of like the movie of The Inside Job. You saw The Inside Job? 99. Y'all did not watch it around your kids. You cannot watch 99 Homes around your kids. Because he cursed. Like, he used the F word. So he used curse. 99 Homes. I know it was good. Even though it was really, it hurts your feelings. Like, when you watch 99 Homes. So again, my 3 movie recommendations. The Big Short, really good movie. 99 Homes, don't watch around your kids. And The Inside Job. The Inside Job. I watched another one today. It was not as good. I'll put it as number 4 on the list. The Men Who Stole The men who, what did I say it was called? The Men Who Stole the World and Got Away with It. Yeah, The Men Who Stole the World. It was pretty good, right? It was pretty good. Not as good as The Inside Job, but definitely pretty good, okay? If y'all just want to watch it. Y'all know I'm like crazily obsessed with the real estate and distressed market and the whole crash and how it happened. So I watch everything that comes on about it. So it was pretty good. One of the guys they interviewed was, only 2 people went to jail when the market crashed with that whole thing. None of the bank CEOs, none of that. But the first guy they interviewed is actually a guy who went to jail because of fraud and all that kind of stuff. So, 2 people went to jail. 2 people went to jail. And 6 million people lost their homes. And 3 million people across the country lost their jobs. And 2 people went to jail. And so he was talking about, like, they don't put you in the white collar crimes. They put you in there with the hard criminals. He was like, there's no difference when, I think he was sentenced to 20 years. He probably didn't serve his 20 years. Let's be totally honest about that. He did not serve his 20 years. But he went to jail. And he was like a little fish. Like, he didn't work for Lehman Brothers or any of the, he didn't even work for the banks, y'all. He was just had a hedge fund and was lying to people, which caused them to lose their money during the crash. And he went to jail. Anyway, that's why I'm always like, y'all, it could totally happen again. If you watch The Inside Job and stuff like that, you'll be like, this could totally happen again. And another thing, I don't even know if y'all realize. Y'all really... I'm such a geek. I'm sorry, you guys. So like, when the market crashed, the banks crashed, Lehman Brothers, like the worst out of all of them. Like, the worst. They had what you call a ninja loan, right? Do y'all know what a ninja loan is? So popular back in 2006, 2007. Ninja loan. Have y'all ever heard of that? Yes, no, you can't thumbs down my video. Ninja loan. And it was so popular once bankers started making money. Have y'all ever heard of a ninja loan? They were so popular. I'm about to tell you what it stands for. Won't y'all tell me if y'all heard of it or not? Okay, ninja, like, hiya! Ninja loan. So, worst kind of loan, absolutely. Ninja loan stood for, let me tell you what it stood for, and then you understand why it was the worst type of loan. Okay, right, Salvador knows. Ninja stood for, it's an acronym, right? That was Lehman Brothers. Ninja stood for no income, no job, no assets. That's what Ninja stood for. No income, no job, no assets. Yes, that's what exactly, yeah. No income, no job, no assets. That's how they were approving people back in 2006, 2007. Lehman Brothers. Keep in mind, so they were saying, if you watch The Big Short, right? Everybody's probably seen The Big Short at this point. There's a part in there where they're in the strip club, right? And their strippers are like, I bought 2 or 3 houses, right? Because they were just approving people who didn't even have a job. They were saying like waitresses, no shade to if you work in the food industry, no, that were making $16,000. Hear me, 16, the number after 15, the number before 17, not 60, but 16, 1-6. On their applications, they were making $150,000 a year. That's what kind of loans people were getting and what they were putting on these applications. And people knew it. That's the part that I'm always like, people, like, I used to be under the impression that when the market crashed, like, it was like, dang, you know what I mean? Like, How, and it is. I used to think like, who knew? Like, I'm sure they didn't know like this was happening. I mean, some people knew, but they couldn't have. Y'all, they knew. Right? They knew they were just making so much money, right? They knew what they were doing, right? The people, like on the movie I just watched, the man who stole the world, he was a whistleblower, right? He saw what was going on and he was telling them, like, these are bad loans, right? Y'all, these loans are horrible. Y'all, they reorganized him, put him in a different department. He was like, I was sending emails, I was showing them examples, and then they fired him. Then he said, after I got fired, he was like, during that period, he said, I was having to go to my car and I was checking under my hood. I was checking my back seat every time I left the house. I was like, y'all, they knew what they were. That's why I'm always like, y'all, it could happen again. And that's what they said in this movie. They're like, what would keep it from happening again? Because they did it and nobody got in trouble. Think about that. The market literally crashed and nobody got in trouble for it. They got bailed out, right? Like, yeah. Okay, hold on. I'm catching up. Okay, you guys. Yeah, you can lie about income, no job, no asset. So when I see these mortgage companies come out with these incentives that we're all getting right now because the market is slow, I'm like, trash. I just want to reply back like, this is trash. Like, y'all doing it again. We're having a bid on something in the spring. We're hoping to bid on something. I just keep listening to you, and I hope I can learn enough from you that we can do this without any issues. I'm in Kentucky. Come on, Linda. Linda, you got this. Linda, if you need it, get the course. Get the course, Linda. But you can do it as long as you do your due diligence. That's all I'm saying. Do your due diligence. The auction is a great place to buy properties. I'm a little biased because I work there, but I have seen, y'all know I have sold 2 houses for $500. $500. Like, I've seen people make great money at the auction. As long as those profits and you do what you're supposed to do, the auction is a great place. And if you can't buy at the auction, the REO market is going to open up, right? That's why we're not out buying flat screens this weekend. No flat screens. No Roku. Roku is not going to ruin our retirement. Samsung is not going to mess up our savings. Y'all didn't know I was going to preach today, did you? Who knew? Who knew I was preaching today? Okay, y'all, let me read. They were putting homes in dogs. Yes! Yes, they were putting homes in dogs' names. Isn't that the craziest? Yes, I hear you, Salvatore. Yeah, they got a bonus. Just makes me... Okay, so this is the other thing, and I'm going to stop because I can really get on my rant about the crash, right? So y'all know, so Lehman Brothers, right? Y'all know, Lehman Brothers. You know when you think people, the banks that crash, all 6 million people losing their home, people losing their jobs, you know, just horrible, recession, all that kind of stuff. You're like, what happened to these people, right? What happened to the owners of Lehman Brothers? They should be like in a hole somewhere being depressed, right? Or at least spending their bailout money, right? That's what you would think, right? So y'all know, like, it's craziness. It's, okay, so Lehman Brothers, you guys, the guys who managed Lehman Brothers, right? What did they do when the bank crashed? Any idea what they did when the bank crashed? They took their money. They left Lehman Brothers that filed bankruptcy, destroyed lives, destroyed homes, jobs. They left. And they formed another group, right? Y'all know what they formed? Have y'all heard of BlackRock hedge fund? Boom. They formed that. They left and they partnered and they formed. Guess who runs BlackRock? Guess who runs Blackstone, you guys? Who run these hedge funds? People who crashed our market back in 2006 and 7. They left and they formed these hedge funds that are buying today. You guys, no lie. I read, if you Google Blackstone, BlackRock, and you look at their origin, like back on, y'all, it will blow your freaking mind. Hold on. Look. I'm about to read this to you really quick. Because y'all know I'm all on this, and it just makes me so upset, honestly, a lot of times. Because you won't believe. That's why I'm always like, y'all, it could happen again. Y'all just got to be ready. We can't be the ones left behind this time. We're not going to be the ones left behind. So, hold on. Let me find. I think it's BlackRock. I'm looking on here right now. Literally, you guys, y'all are going to be like, left, bank collapsed, Lehman Brothers left, formed BlackRock. Y'all get this craziness. 6 million people lost their homes, right? We all know this. 2009, 2010. Lehman Brothers collapsed. They left, formed BlackRock. Tell me why they bought the properties that they collapsed themselves. The 6 million, that people lost, foreclosures, maybe they turned around and bought them. Bought them. The very properties that went into foreclosure and our market crashed. Y'all know BlackRock and Blackstone. I mean, it's literally in here, which pissed off a lot of people for them to turn around and buy the single family homes that were lost in the 2007, 2008 crash. The very people who crashed the market turned around, formed a hedge fund, and bought them. That's where a lot of the properties, that's how Blackstone and them own so many single family properties. Where did they get them from? From the very crash that they caused. So I always think, right? Like when you think about our market collapsing again, who could profit off of our market crashing again? The same people who profited off of it last time it crashed, right? Just craziness. But anyway, I get all worked up when I think about it because it's just craziness. But you guys, we're not going to miss it this time. We might not can buy 150 properties. But y'all don't go out here buying TVs. Don't run up your credit cards. Don't do it. You don't have to, I always say this, you don't have to have a ton of money to be able to buy properties if something happens to our market, right? If the REO market opens up, you guys, you can get financing, right? You can get finance. You just need to make sure your credit's in order, right? Which you have time to do this, pay down your debt, do what you got to do, right? So don't feel like you can only buy at the auction. You can buy on the REO property when the banks have to take these properties back. Y'all saw Signature Bank, right? They just sold all their commercial, Signature Bank that collapsed, sold their commercial properties for what, 70 cents on the dollar? They're talking about a lot of these commercial properties are going to go for 50 cents, half off on these commercial properties that are coming down the pipeline. So when the single family market bottoms out, I'm telling you, that's what they said in the last crash. People were getting properties for half off if they were ready. That's right. There you go, Salvatore. That's right. I'm telling y'all, save your money. Save. Now, I don't know if you're going to save it in the bank because everybody's like, pull your money out the bank. I don't know what you're going to do. You might need to put it under your mattress. I don't know. Put it in a sock and then put it under your mattress. I don't know. But the ones who are ready, the ones who stay ready, the ones who prepare now, you'll be ready. We're going to be all right. I told you, I'm going to be in Florida with y'all. Marvette, I'm telling you, I'm going to be there with my beach house that I'm getting for 50 cents on the dollar. I'm going to get it for less than that, right? Because I can negotiate. A lot of people are afraid to negotiate. I'm not. I'm not afraid to throw a lowball offer, especially to the bank. Right? Oh, not you and your uterus again, Gloria. We're not going to do this. Not today, Gloria. Not you and your uterus. I'm sorry. So, they just come on here and at times maybe coming, save your money, have 3 months of food on hand, and don't. I agree. That's why I feel that you guys do not go crazy shopping, right? I know. It's always something. I don't know why. It's the whole uterus thing that always hit me. They always come on my channel talking about pray for me and my uterus. I don't know, you guys. Do you know any auctioneers in LA? I'm not supposed to find you somebody. I need to ask. I'll just ask the company that I work for, like who they got in LA. Because I don't know. We don't know each other personally. Now, the company has had an auctioneer call me just to figure out, if they wanted to do it or not. But I don't know anybody personally. Thanks, Linda. You the best in Kentucky. You gonna get you a property, Linda. You are. We're all, if you're on here, we're all building this portfolio, right? We are buying our way out, right? Right, Coach J, buying our way out, right? Because ain't nobody coming to save us, right? And you don't want to be the one when the market collapse, because let me tell you right now, so there's no surprises, so y'all don't be like Ashley acting brand new, because I'm gonna be acting brand new, right? I'm gonna be like, y'all, I'm at the closing table, just got this triplex for $65.33. I'm just kidding. I just got this $300,000 property for $100,000. Signing. Here's the keys. I'm gonna hold my sign. Just got the keys. I'm gonna do all of it. Triplex. Look, I'm telling you. So I'm gonna be on here telling you what I'm doing, and hopefully you'll be doing the same, right? Is the plan. That's the plan. So I'm gonna be on here. Trust and believe. And if you know me, you know me well enough. The goal is to retire with enough passive income, because if you know me, like, let me not fool anybody on this channel. Like, I would have a housekeeper, a chauffeur, a nanny, everything. I am not one of those people who will be like, I would never have, I would. Absolutely. Absolutely. Housekeeper, chauffeur, chef. Now, if I lived in New York, you're going to have to drive me. Right? So I'm just letting you know right now. Right now. I know. All the layoffs. Y'all know, our boy Jamie Dimon is laying off too. They're closing. JP Morgan, Wells Fargo. We already talked about Citigroup laying off, and it's all management. Well, JP Morgan is closing, I don't know, like 100 branches, you guys. Like, I'm like, how many jobs is this? Like, they're closing a ton of branches. Chase, Wells Fargo, all your top 5 banks, not closing, but laying off. And not kind of laying off, but laying off, right? And you know how I feel about this, you guys. You know how I feel about this. I know after I just feel like, I've said this before, I just feel like they're holding on the news. Everybody is just like, we got to get through retail. We got to get through shopping. We got to get through holiday. And as soon as we get out of holiday, they're going to be like, oop, we overestimated. The numbers didn't come back the way we thought. All the numbers are down. We're in a recession. Boom, and we're laying off. I know it. They just won't say it right now, right? They're just not, because as soon as you say we're in a recession, as soon as they announce how many people are actually behind on their mortgage, they know people are going to tighten up. People are not going to spend. They're not going to go shopping. As soon as you say it, and they do not want that, right? They're going to squeeze every penny out of you, right? They're going to squeeze Macy's have a one-day sale every day. I'm surprised they're not giving TVs 5 for $10, right? 5 for $20 at this point. I'm telling you, they're going to be like, the numbers, well, we overestimated. I can already see the tone has changed from the beginning of the year to now. Remember, it was like, we're not in a recession. Everything is fine. The job market is strong. Then we hit the summer and it's like, well, everything's still good. We're all right. Things are just slowed down a little bit with the interest rates, but everything is still good. Now, here we are at the end of the year, and it's like, we predict a little slow. Like, everybody's whole tone has changed on Bloomberg, everywhere. Now it's, well, we might see a little slowdown. We might have overshot the numbers. We're predicting this. We all saw it coming, right? And yes, the election year, we all know. Wild card. We don't know what's going to happen. If they're going to keep pushing foreclosures. If they're going to... Who knows? With an election, you just don't know. But I do know in an election year, people are going to start making those promises. Here come all the false promises to get you to vote. You know what I mean? And I'm not even red or blue, because everybody is going to start promising what they can do, what they're going to do, how they can do this different. So just get ready for all the lies. We'll see. All the promises that, you know. Thanks, D. Yes, y'all hit the thumbs up. Okay. You so funny. A lot of people about to get married. Because they probably need somewhere to live. They need some help on these bills. They trying to go half on these bills, right? You know, people are moving back home. If these people are putting their student loans in bankruptcy, that's what I saw an article that just said that. More students are filing for bankruptcy because of these student loans. Every credit card debt is higher than it's ever been. Deposits are down at the bank. That's what they said too. These deposits are down. So y'all can tell me how much money, when we gonna all run out of money, because you can see our savings account and how much we're saving and all that kind of stuff. But you can't tell me how many people behind on their mortgage. Play with somebody else, right? Y'all know all these numbers. Y'all know how many people are behind. They said the veterans, one article said 147,000. Another article said 90,000 veterans were behind. Nobody believes those numbers. I don't believe those numbers, not for 1 second. Not for 1 second. They are much higher than that. Not for 1 second do I believe that you have extended foreclosures for veterans, because we got, what, 40,000 people, 40,000 veterans behind? Y'all stop. We had 1.2 million VA loans in 2021. We had 1.4 million VA loans in 2022. And you want me to believe that maybe 100,000 people are behind? No, I don't believe that. Not for 1 second. And then y'all extended it till June 20. Not for 1 second. They know it's about to be a whole disaster in these streets. And that's just veterans. I know the FHA loans are defaulted. Y'all know I come on here every month. October, we had 5 million people behind on their mortgage in October. You know, I don't believe that number at all. I think the number is probably closer to 8 to 10 million people that are behind on their mortgage, that have been behind on their mortgage for the last 3 years. I believe we have at least, I'll say 5, at least 5 million people who have not paid their mortgage in the last 3 years. At least. I dare a mortgage servicer to come out. Chase, who are the big servicers we have? Mr. Cooper, all these big mortgage servicers, I dare them to come out and actually report the numbers of how many loans they have in default. We would all close up our wallets and our purses and our windows and our doors and be like, oh shoot, we cannot spend another penny. I bet. Okay, y'all, I gotta catch up because y'all know I can talk. Okay, definitely want residual income. Let me sit on the beach. Right, we both gonna be on the beach. I'm telling y'all gonna log on here and y'all gonna hear the waves. Y'all gonna be like, Ashley, what is that noise? Those are the waves. I got my foreclosure in Florida on the beach for $45.37. Yes, get your credit straight. Absolutely. You're right, Salvador. People about to, what your grandparents say, about to shack up because they need help paying these bills, right? For sure. Banks say how people didn't give themselves time. But the worst pisses me off. Only the little people get hurt. Makes me so upset. Every time I watch the Inside Job and you see those people got, not even like, y'all, not bonuses like, okay, I'm going to take $100,000 bonus. Them people were getting like $148 million bonus when 6 million people were losing their houses. How do you take, that's what I'm saying. Y'all be like, that would never happen again. And that's exactly when people start never, never, and like they ain't never, never before. Right? They would never. They absolutely will, because nobody got in trouble. So what would make people not do it again? Nobody got in trouble. You crashed the whole real estate market, got $150 million bailout, turned around, created a hedge fund to buy the properties that you y'all, come on. Like, that's, I don't know. And then they go home and sleep. I mean, they just get on their private jet and go to their island that they bought and don't care, right? Don't care. Black Friday was a huge success. Please don't listen to that. Look around and make your own judgment. I don't even think they can say that Black Friday. Target's already, Walmart, Target. You know what I'm saying? It's like they got to butter you up. They're like, At first, like, we're expecting good numbers. And it's like, I don't know. The numbers ain't looking. Like, people ain't spending. The math ain't mathing like it was. These people not spending. Don't do it, right? Don't. You see everybody cashing out their stock. Jamie Dimon, didn't Warren Buffett cash out? Jeff cashing out his stock a little bit. It could be nothing, but it could be something. That's all I'm saying. People are hurt, and I don't care what people say. Y'all, we are down here, like, the people up there who have private jets and looking down here, like, everything. Y'all, ask, middle class people are struggling, right? You see the cars, they're giving cars. Did y'all see what was trending on Google last week was how to give a car back, was like trending. Crazy. How to give your car back. So they might not see it. I think they see it. They just be oblivious. You know, the media is so, that's why I had to stop watching a lot of stuff. And that's why I understand why, you know, like in some countries, they don't let them watch TV like we watch TV, right? Because how the media can control you, right? The media will have you thinking everything is fine, all things are good, everybody's got money, blah, 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 blah. The media does, you know, have their own narrative and their own agenda and all that. You just have to remember, anytime I see numbers or reports or the foreclosures are this, the jobs are this, the layoffs are this, I'll be like, you got to multiply that by 2 or 3, because they don't tell the whole truth. Citigroup said they laying off 300. They probably laid off like 600. They just didn't tell us about the other 300. I'm telling you. Yes, in the food line here is like a mile long. It'll probably be, it's next week, like every first Tuesday. And they're saying like the food lines, they're seeing more and more people, like nicer cars pulling up to the food pantry line, or people coming in. Not saying that everybody in the food, you know what I'm saying, y'all, but they're saying nicer. Middle class is getting squeezed, like these 6-figure, 2 paycheck, living paycheck to paycheck, right? People are putting like groceries and utilities on credit cards, like stuff that you normally don't see. I gotta work honest with that. I had no faith on. See, like, hold on, am I frozen? Y'all, am I frozen? Hold on. D, don't start this. Am I frozen? Because you know how I get when you say I'm frozen or you say internet. We got trigger words on this channel. If you say frozen, if you say internet, those are trigger words. I'm not going to say anything until y'all tell me that y'all can hear me. Okay. Okay, y'all can hear me, right? Not frozen. Thank you. Boom. D is you. So yeah, okay. Okay. Not like that here in Nashville. Not probably Nashville. Y'all know Nashville is, I work Nashville's market. You know that's right. Like I auction in Nashville sometimes. Nashville files their foreclosures, their public notices every Friday. This past Friday they filed, I mean, for the last year and a half, they've been filing like 70 to 100 notices every single Friday. Nashville gonna get hit hard with foreclosures too. I'm just seeing the can I get a house in there? Oh, look at me. I need to catch up, y'all. Yeah, Mr. Cooper got in trouble. They in trouble right now. They're getting sued right now. Mr. Cooper, first of all, they got hacked, right? They got hacked. They couldn't take people's, like, Mr. Cooper is one of the largest mortgage servicers, right? They used to be Nation Star. Now they're Mr. Cooper. 4 million mortgage people, right? I mean, homeowners, 4 million mortgages, basically. Got hacked. They couldn't take payments, right? That's the first. Mr. Cooper stay in trouble. First of all, they stay in trouble. I really don't like to work with Mr. Cooper. I have before with people in foreclosure. So they got hacked. They couldn't take payments, right? 4 million people could not pay their mortgage. Y'all know Mr. Cooper also got in trouble a couple of months ago over the summer. I talked about this article. They were testing, y'all, the foolishness, testing, I guess, a payment processing system. And instead of using fake account numbers, right, was what you do when you test, they used real people's account numbers, y'all, and drafted people's mortgage payment a second time. Like, some people, they took $10,000 out of their account. So they're being sued right now for that. They're being sued because they got hacked a couple weeks ago. They're also being sued for drafting people's bank accounts without permission. Mr. Cooper they probably gonna be one of the ones that go down. That's what all I'm gonna know. I'm with you. You're good. Okay, everybody's good. I go to local meetup, get with your local. Yeah, for sure. Go to local meetups. Coach J, I see you. I'm telling you, she right though. Women gonna start doing something strange for a piece of change. Just fix your credit. Save your money. That's all I'm saying. I answered Mr. Cooper. I got thrown off. Meetups, yes. So a lot of times, if you need a buyer, like if I need a buyer, I always have a buyer. But if y'all need a buyer, right? Auctions, meetup groups, great places to find buyers for your properties, right? What are who invested in? I'm trying to keep up with everybody's. What are they investing in? Okay, you talking to D. I think y'all are talking to each other, and I just jumped in. I jumped in y'all conversation. My bad, you guys. My bad for interrupting y'all conversation. My bad. How many nights? I'm telling you. I see something. I'm telling you. All I'm saying, I'm going to get off here because, you guys, it's been 92 minutes. I know on my East Coast people, it's almost Monday, right? I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Save your money. No flat screen TVs. I know this is the holidays. You do not have to have your tree packed full of gifts, okay? You know these kids not playing with these toys. They play with it for one weekend and that's it. Don't do it, right? Don't max out these credit cards for Christmas gifts, okay? Y'all just give out hugs and smiles, okay? That's what you give out. Do a handwritten letter. Do that, okay? Start gift card. I'm not going to call out any company names. Just, you know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do, right? We're going into a new year. This is literally the last week of November. Friday is December 1st, you guys. The year is over. We're not going to be in the same place we were last year, that we were. Y'all know what I'm trying to say, right? Do something different, right? Linda, you're going to get your house in Kentucky. Y'all going to get your house in Nashville, California, Florida. Pay down your debt. Save some money. Do what you're supposed to do. We all know what we're supposed to do. Whether or not we do it or not, you know what you're supposed to do, right? They said, 54 million people are traveling this weekend, and I bet half of them put it on a credit card, right? And they're going to deal with it later. You guys, the window of opportunity is opening. It is coming. Everybody who's in the market can see it. Some people will be ready for it, and some people will watch it, right? But just know when you come on here and you see these waves crashing in the background, and I got my house for $45.76. Don't ask me how I did it. I'm going to be like, go back and watch my lives. I've been telling y'all for the last 2 years how to do it, right? Okay. Okay. I went. Okay, you guys. So all the links, I will be back. I'm just catching up on y'all not talking to me. Seeking 100 acres under 50K. Okay, right. In Florida. And I'm seeking my beach house right on the beach for $47.36. That's all I'm saying. Y'all know I'm on Instagram. Money is, I'm telling you, I'm telling you. Because you know Blackstone and BlackRock and all the rocks are waiting. And they're waiting on the market. Regardless to what they say, regardless to what the news says, they are waiting for the bottom of this real estate. They probably over there talking, trying to figure out, play it step by step, how to make the market collapse so they can be first to get these properties. Because why? That's what they did last time. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm just the messenger. You know what I'm saying? I'm just the messenger. But anyway, all the links are below. Auction Accelerator is below. The mentorship link is below. So everything, just know I'm sending I'm working. I don't know what y'all doing. I'll be ready. Look, I'll be ready. I'll be ready. Don't be the one hearing about it. Be the one talking about it. Yes. So, you guys, yes, thank you. Use code thank you for the Auction Accelerator. Use code thank you. Okay? I always give y'all a code. Your Agent Ashley on Instagram. Your Agent Ashley on YouTube. I will be back again. December's masterclass will be up. Y'all know it's free. It'll be live. I will post the sign up for that. Okay, you guys. I hope y'all have a great week. Have a great week. Do something productive this week. No Rokus. Don't let Roku mess up your retirement. Don't let Samsung ruin your savings. I don't care if they're giving the TVs away, buy one, get one free. Don't get one. Okay? Code thank you. I'll DM you regarding the social media that I'm trying to get. Aiden, just do it. Just do it, Aiden. And then when Nike said, just do it. Okay, you guys. I'm getting off here. I've been talking 97 minutes. You probably could have watched The Big Short and 99 Homes as long as I've been on here. I'll be back on here. I can't do Wednesday. Wednesday is our mentorship. You guys, I'll try. Sign up for the newsletter. Subscribe. Follow. Because I always announce it. I'll probably pop back on here one day this week. You guys. Maybe December 1st. That's a Friday. We'll see. We'll figure it out. I'll be back. Okay, you guys. I'm off. Be safe. Take care. Adios. You're welcome. I'm hanging up. Look, here's my finger about to press the button. Y'all see that? Okay. Bye, you guys.